What the street said, what the street said, get in here. What the street said, man, push up. Drink water, man, you business. Drink water, man, you business. What the street said, man, it's your boy Big Sherry Crab, not the little one. You know how we poppin', you know how we gonna rock it, man. You know what I'm talking about? Push up, get in here. What the street said, man, you knew better, you do better. You do what you want when you poppin'. Now Memphis, South Memphis, Westwood, Orange, man, you do what you want when you poppin'. Anyway, man, today we're gonna take it to the NO. Yeah, NO. They're my third home. They're my fourth home. Memphis, my first home. Little Rock, Arkansas, my second home. My third home is Iowa. Shout out to Iowa. Up north, Midwest. My fourth home is New Orleans. Nolans, as they call it. So, as I'm scrolling on YouTube, doing what I'm normally doing, minding my business, showing love, respecting other podcasts, respecting other platforms, I see Choppa, Young City, making a band Choppa. Young City, New Orleans, whatever. I see him, right? So I see him on Instagram talking to Geedy P. Well, I don't know how to say it like Geedy P. I think it's one of them. So they chopping it up. They talking about gangbanging. You know, Home been claiming Suwoo for a long time. Home been Suwoo. I remember he had took off on a dude in Atlanta for supposedly false flagging Suwoo. So of course, BG said, nah, I grew up ward banging, right? No, I mess with BG. I mess with BG heavy. Like, BG really put me on the New Orleans scene with the It's All On You. When he dropped the It's All On You, he had the whole South bumping it, you know what I'm talking about? Like, we didn't even know who people was back then. In Memphis, we'll go to pop tunes, popular tunes, Boss Ugly Bob's, Pops, in Whitehaven. We'll go somewhere like that and get some music. The Johnny South Memphis on Mississippi. I can't think of the name of it right now, but rest in peace to Montana. I think he had lost his life a few years back. So I'm looking. When he said that, that's gang banging all over the United States. So this cool. So this what got me to seeing Choppa. Plus Choppa been doing a lot of interviews. I don't agree with what he did with the Sarah girl. You know, if Fred your brother, it's your brother business to or to not tell. But what I did not like is people trying to say Holmes ain't from New Orleans. Like I said, New Orleans is my fourth home. I stayed in West Bank in 2005. Some people say West Bank is New Orleans. Some say it ain't. Some, shout out to Harvey. Shout out to West Bank. Shout out to Harvey. Shout out to Marrero. Shout out to the whole New Orleans and the vicinity. Shout out to Metairie. Shout out to Hammond. Man, shout out to in New Orleans and shout out to the outskirts. So I'm hearing people think Holmes ain't really from New Orleans. I really do not like when people be trying to prove that somebody ain't from nowhere. Now shout out to Geedy P and shout out to No Rap Cap podcast. Holmes seemed to have had a tough life. He was living with his mama in Baltimore. Baltimore and New Orleans are two P's. One is northeast, one is far south. They both got crazy slang. They both got gang banging. They both got a lot of that dog food. Both of them got corrupt police systems. So Baton Rouge, not Baton Rouge, but Baltimore and New Orleans are not two peas in two different pots. They two peas from different states, different cities in the same pot. So Holmes said he moved to the NO when he was 6. In the time he was in the NO, his daddy died. Nah, his dad didn't die. I'm sorry. His daddy went to the penitentiary. His granny died. His granny had dementia before she died. Then he met his brother across the river. I'm gonna let y'all do research what the cross the river is. I ain't finna be telling y'all about everything about the NO or about the bridges or the tracks or Huey P. Long Bridge, none of all that. I'm not finna tell you about the banks and the levees. I ain't got time to tell y'all that. Research it for yourself. But he had a brother called Barry B or something like that. He stayed across the river. He was viciously unalive. He was staying with his brother and his brother mama. So when his brother lost his life, he could no longer live with his brother's mother anymore. Right? So he was homeless. This the thing that kills me about cities. It ain't just New Orleans. It's in my hometown too, Memphis. Because he wasn't no killer. He wasn't no big dope boy. He wasn't no big robber. He wasn't no big 22, 24-inch real rider. He wasn't known for driving Benzes. He wasn't known for nothing. People won't say, well, he ain't from her. I can't stand it. It's not. I don't rock like that, man. I'm talking about, like, if you see what I got on, bro, I'm the coach and I'm the player. This is coach. I'm the coach and I'm the player. Just because you don't know somebody don't mean they ain't from your city. I have a big issue when Memphis dudes do this. People say, West Memphis ain't Memphis. Well, of course we know West Memphis is in the Arkansas, but that's part of the Memphis vicinity. Some people, even my boy Yo Gotti, he dissed Justin Timberlake one time. Oh man, militant, Memphis is Memphis. Man, and I love Yo Gotti, but no, Militant is a suburb of Memphis. Regardless if they try and be their own town, your town is centered and based around Memphis. Germantown is centered and based around Memphis. Collierville is centered and based around Memphis. Olive Branch, Mississippi is centered and based around Memphis. South Haven, Mississippi is centered and based around Memphis. Horn Lake is centered and based around Memphis. West Memphis is centered and based around West Memphis. Marion, Arkansas is centered and based around Memphis. Us as black people don't need to separate anymore. Like, it's this thing. Memphis versus Nashville. New Orleans versus Baton Rouge. Birmingham versus Mobile. Alabama versus Macon or Columbus or Savannah or New York. The Bronx versus Harlem. Harlem versus Brooklyn. Brooklyn versus Coney Island. And so on and so on. New York don't like New Jersey. Look, man, let's stop with all this separation. North